Moving on, we are going into the movie industry where we love, as young people, we love movies and watch on a regular basis. But now we're going to interview an interesting director slash actor of a particular movie, several movies that are aimed to enlighten and encourage, you know, young people on a few topics that concerns our country. So I'd like you to check out this actor, director, and I'll be right back.
For the election, Conde react to the statement when the BC Gabobo make. He in contact said the military commanders no suppose obey that kind.
I understand your predicaments, but trust me, come 2019 election, it is going to be war.
Everything don't last.
I do things the hard way.
By joining an armed robbery gang?
It's a systematic method of giving ourselves a job. Since the government has failed to do that over these past years.
That's because you did not do the assignment I gave to you yesterday.
Come on! How can you turn down a golden opportunity that millions and billions of Nigerian youths are dying for?
I believe the sun will shine someday, but until that day, I go to pray.
My name is Kingsley Godwin Wampa. I'm a filmmaker based in Warri. I'm from Abia State, Nigeria. I studied mass communication at the Osusate Polytechnic. What actually brought my passion and interest about filmmaking was my constant love for acting, especially back in the days when I was still growing up. I was still with my parents, down in the southeast. I do watch this program, Tales by Moonlight. It's a program where people act a folktale story. So I developed love for that. And apart from that, I also I was very, very used to checkmates. And these are the program that inspired me to go into filmmaking. It was really an acting before, but after some time, I understand that as an actor, I ought to know one or two things about filmmaking. So my constant, love for television programs got my passion and interest about filmmaking. I started with a stage play. One of my stage plays, which actually made a whole lot of impact, not just in the society where I stay, but in my life too, was Iwe Aye, which talks about betrayal of trust between the king and his wife. Itinoba followed after that particular one. Itinoba is also a stage play which has a setting from the Benin Empire, and we made a documentary film on a particular personality who is actually a minister of God in this region. We did another documentary for a church also, which is Genesis. I discovered that I can actually build a career in filmmaking after all this. So I never wanted to stop, despite the ups and downs. After making this project, it was difficult for me. So I need to push. So my pushing got me into filmmaking, and we came with other short films. Siren, which talks about rape in Africa, not just in Africa, but it's a global thing. So after Siren, we came up with another short film titled Mundane. Mundane is a COVID-19 initiative short film which focuses on stigma, towards those who live with this particular virus or those who have been suspected to have this virus. Crumpled, the movie, is a social change film for social impact. So we are passionate about making change in our region, Niger Delta and Warri respectively. So we had it in mind that this movie is going to go a long way to talk to the government and also the ordinary people in the region. So that was the mind behind Crumpled. And talking about the cast, we were able to, get one or two persons who were actually good. Talking about NK. NK is one of the leading characters in the story. She is also a radio presenter who works with a popular radio station here in Warri and Delta State, Nigeria. So we were able to, got her along in the process, and she loved the story and she decided to be part and parcel of the film. Then other cast also came as not because we were paying them, but because the love they had for the story. So, and the crew too, I had Kiss Pictures, Lucky Okidwa, who is the leading director of Kiss Pictures, who doubled as a cinematographer for the project, and he was also playing the role of a lighting man as well. And also we had Legend So Many was the director, a leading director for the production Crumpled. So I did the assistant director, and together we fused everything, and it came out well. The locations we used to make him Crumpled. We actually here in Warri because we wanted to tell the original story. So we wanted to go down to the roots of the story and use the real places where we have this crisis. So that was the reason why we made use of the location. So everything about Crumpled was actually shot in Warri. So far, so good. The support I have gotten all this while, it's massive. Coming from the side of my family, they've been supportive, providing maybe little things maybe I might actually need. For instance, my sister did welfare when I was doing one of my projects. I can't do film alone. All my project has actually been collaboration with other filmmakers, directors, graphic artists, actors themselves, editors and producers. So it has been collaboration all the way. And whenever I step up with this idea, they are always there to catch it and work towards it. I always want to work with someone like Kule Afolayan, seeing some of his jobs, previous he has been doing all this while. And also not leaving this person behind, Mr. Onye Obanatu. This man met me when I was nothing. He has been my backbone, to be very, very sincere. He has been guiding me all through. Mr. Bright Wonder, the director of If I'm a President. So they picked me up. They saw what I have inside of me, and they've been trying to nurture me. They've been doing their best. I believe that in no time, and I'll get to almost work with all of them. In the next 5 years, I'm seeing myself in a global platform where I can actually express myself more, and talking about other of my projects, which is right now in the pipelines. I have Rot. It's a film for social change. I'm also working on a web series which will tell the story of my city, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. So I'm cooking up this particular web series to talk about the city and also talk about the life in the city and other things that has to do with the city. Finally, I want to encourage every young person out there to dig deep with your talents. The brain that rests rusts. So if your brain is not at work, it's going to be a very big problem, and you're going to be exposed to a whole lot of danger. So I encourage every youth there to use the talent inside of you, to not just for yourself, but for your community, for your society, and for the global positivity or global benefits. And shun drugs, probably shun any kind of theft, scam, or whatsoever that can actually lure you into problem. Just focus on your dreams, and I believe that as soon as you do this, the sky will not just be your limit, but your starting point.